What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ravi Wadden, and in this video, I have a special announcement. I co-founded a car leasing platform called DriveMatch.com. Now, DriveMatch.com is going to be a place where you can find pre-negotiated lease deals, and ladies and gentlemen, this is going to save you time and money. And in this video, I want to cover two things. I want to talk about the new Kia EV6 lease deal, and I want to compare the national Kia EV6 lease deal to what we have on DriveMatch.com, because the DriveMatch.com offer is already pre-negotiated and it's available today. So what we'll do in this video is kind of go over a Kia EV6 national lease offer, from a high level. And then what we'll do is we'll look at the exact same car on DriveMatch.com, and then I'll show you how you can actually order the car on DriveMatch.com and get it shipped anywhere in the country. And over the course of this video, I'll give you lots of helpful leasing tips and tricks, and that's regardless of whether or not you use DriveMatch.com or whether or not you actually buy or lease a Kia EV6. So with that, let's jump into the computer and get right into the video. So I have the Kia website open here on the left-hand side, and I have the DriveMatch website open here on the right-hand side. Now, if we look at the national lease ad for the Kia EV6, you'll see that this is a 2023 EV6 wind rear-wheel drive, and on DriveMatch, we actually have a 2024 model, which is the same model, the Kia EV6 wind rear-wheel drive. Now you'll see from the national lease ad, there's a total of $3,999 due at signing, and this includes the $7,500 EV lease credit. If we go to lease details, you'll see the national lease ad is advertising an MSRP of $50,025, and the DriveMatch Kia EV6 that we have here actually has a higher MSRP, which is $52,000 and some change. Remember that for each $1,000 you go up in MSRP, your monthly payment is going to increase by roughly $30. So in this case, the MSRP is about $2,000 more. So you're looking at about a $60 price difference right there, which right away justifies the price difference of $279 a month versus the DriveMatch price of $329 a month. But be sure to keep watching this video, because I'll explain why the DriveMatch deal is actually a lot better than the national lease ad. So be sure you keep tuning into this video. Now, if we look at the national lease ad, you'll see that it has $3,999 due at lease signing, and that includes the $279, which is the first payment. You've got $3,070, which goes towards the capitalized cost reduction, and you've got a $600 acquisition fee, which is factored into the $3,999 that's due at lease signing. But then, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to pay other additional fees. You have to pay tax, title, license, and registration fees. Now, here in the state of Washington, particularly in the city of Seattle where I live, registration fees on this car with an MSRP of $50,025, you're looking at easily, $700 to $900. I don't know exactly, but you're looking at $700 to $900. Now, if we look at the DriveMatch Kia EV6 offer and we click on lease for $329 a month, and when you click on that button, it's going to take you to this page. And if we scroll down, you'll see that DriveMatch requires a total due at signing of $3,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to point out that this $3,000 that you see right here, it includes the acquisition fee, it includes the first month's payment, it includes all fees and taxes and all registration fees, and it includes the taxes that you owe on your rebates. So since this Kia EV6 is an electric vehicle, it qualifies for the $7,500 EV tax credit. And there are taxes that you have to pay on that $7,500. In the case of Washington State, you're probably looking at about 10% or $750. Now, if we account for all those things, the $650 acquisition fee plus the first month's payment of $329, which would be $979. And then if we look at registration, we're looking at about $700 to $900 a month. So you're looking at about $1,800 to $1,900 total. And then you've also got to factor in the taxes that you owe on all of the rebates. So you're looking at about another $700 to $800 depending on where you live. And all of those things together, the acquisition fee, the first month's payment, the taxes, and the registration fees, that's why we have this $3,000 due at signing. It's to cover all of those items. And another cool thing about all of the current offers on DriveMatch.com is that if you don't want to put anything down at the beginning of your lease, like you don't even want to pay the acquisition fee, you don't want to pay the registration fees, you don't want to pay the first month's payment, you can actually roll every everything into the monthly payment so you can make it a true sign and drive where you don't pay anything up front. You can just get the car with zero down, literally sign some paperwork and take the car. And on top of that, you'd only make 35 payments instead of 36 payments. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, your payment will be slightly higher, but a lot of people don't want to put money down on a lease. And if you don't want to put money down on a lease, you're able to do that on DriveMatch.com, and you don't have to waste time, with the dealership negotiating that into your lease deal. We'll just do it for you. Now, you will pay a DriveMatch fee, which is a one-time fee of $250. And ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of how we make money. We go out and we pre-negotiate these lease deals for you. We're saving you a boatload of time, and we do require a $250 fee, and that's just our fee for finding this deal and finding the dealership that will honor this price. Now, with this particular Kia EV6, you'll see that there is a shipping fee, and it varies by how far away you are from the car, your distance from the car. And as you can see here, the car is roughly 2,000 miles away from me here in Seattle. And I guess the rule of thumb that we use is if the car is over 700 miles away, you're looking at roughly 75 cents per mile in terms of shipping. If the car is under 700 miles away, you're looking at about $1 a mile in terms of shipping. So for me, I would just take 2,000 miles and I'll multiply it by 0.75. I'll just take 2,000 and I'll multiply it by 0.75 to represent 75 cents. And that means that I'll roughly pay about $1,500 in shipping to get this car shipped from the greater Texas area where it is located to Seattle, Washington. And even with this $1,500, shipping fee, it's an approximate fee, this is still a better deal than the national lease ad. And another thing I want to reiterate is that this $250 is refundable. So if you read this disclaimer down here, it says, since you are buying now, we must first verify that this car has not been sold yet through other means, because ladies and gentlemen, these cars are actively listed on dealer lots across the country. So please give 24 to 48 hours for dealer availability confirmation. If available, the dealer will reach out to finalize the deal. Otherwise, you will be fully refunded. So ladies and gentlemen, we're hoping that this gives you peace of mind, that you're just not wasting $250. If that car is not available and you don't get that car, you will get that $250 back. So not only is, the DriveMatch deal a much better deal than the national lease offer. Number one, it's a 2024, not a 2023. You have to pay less money down, and the monthly payment is actually cheaper when you look at it from an effective monthly payment point of view. And for someone like me, who may have to pay to get this car shipped to a place like Seattle from the greater Texas area, which will cost me roughly $1,500, it's still a better deal than the national lease offer. And on top of that, which is this is actually the best part about it, is that I don't have to negotiate with dealerships. This deal is pre-negotiated. So I'm not wasting time, emailing every single Kia dealership in my area, trying to find this particular car, trying to find this particular lease deal. It's available. It's better than the national lease ad. It's on DriveMatch.com right now. And this Kia EV6 isn't the only car on DriveMatch.com. We've got Hyundais and we've got some Lexuses, and we will continually add more cars as we onboard more pre-negotiated lease deals onto the platform. But if you're interested in this particular Kia EV6, we've got 3 of them on the website right now. I'll leave a link in the description below. So check out DriveMatch.com. And again, please let me know if you have any questions. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.